DMZ Andy here today to show you how I beat one of the hardest tier 3 missions, the Whale, in solo Exfil with over 250k in cash. Start this one off on the edge of Al City. I got a custom RPK, a MX9 fully kitted from Building 21, and an SPX with us. Off the rip we do a destroy supplies contract. This is easily the best way to get cash. Sometimes they can show up to 6-7 safes on the map. Whenever you spawn in Al-Mazrah, I would recommend going to Yum Yum Burger and seeing if it's looted. I'm sure most of you know about this by now, but it is loaded with cash registers and high-priced wine. This was one of the most fun and challenging solo missions I've ever attempted. It took me over 16 hours to complete this one, and I had an absolute blast trying to rush through as many contracts as you can, engaging enemy players. But after I completed this mission, it kind of left me with an empty feeling. Money doesn't have that much value outside of each individual run after this mission's completed. So I really hope that the devs are looking into making some kind of economy that we can save high value items, GPUs, maybe we could get a gas mask off the chemist or the juggernaut, we could get stow weapon cases for some kind of cosmetic reward. There needs to be rewards that motivate players for these high risk, high reward gameplays. Yeah, there's nothing worse than when you take your 8th, 9th, 10th, 15th weapons case and all you get is a little XP boost, or you exfil with 150k because you're already fully kitted and all you get is a little more XP. Regardless, this is still one of my favorite experiences I've had in DMZ so far. Our two safes spawned south of Al-Mazrah, so we picked up a nuclear material contract on the way there. I probably, in retrospect, would have picked up another destroy supplies contract. Quickly knock out that nuclear materials contract, and then we hit one of the two safes that popped up from our destroy supplies contract. Kind of luck of the draw. I've seen 0, I've seen 7. It's a little bit of RNG. I've noticed on the edge of the maps, usually, this is not a hard set rule, but there seems to be less armored enemies when you hit safes on the edge of the map. We take care of that second safe on the map, then we grab another nuclear material contract, but this one takes us to the marshlands, and it's right by the chemist. This place is already bad enough with AI if you've done the blowtorch contract that I'm still currently working on. And yep, sure enough, I get down as I'm rounding the corner here, but we make it out. We got held up a little too long in the swamps, but we go ahead and grab our third radioactive material contract, head over to airport and get that one done. We finally get to hit a buy station and sell all these radioactive material we've been holding on to, and we're sitting at 115k now. Okay, not too bad. We grab our second destroy supplies contract of the game. Probably should have grabbed this much earlier, hope for a bunch of safes. This late into the match, I had hoped one team had at least been through cemetery and cleared out some of the AI, but no such luck in my case, and I end up getting down and run away and cancel the contract like a little chicken. At this point, I had already accepted my fate that this was not going to be the match. I got the 200k, so decided to sit it out and see where Final Exfil went. I honestly wasn't very sure, even though having about 30 or so Final Exfils at this point under my belt. Camouflage myself perfectly with this armored car by looking like an absolute bot. Now we get to see the Final Exfil, and this is a really unique spot. I think I've only gotten this one 3 times in total. I try to make it as early as possible to Final Exfil and scope it out a little bit since I was unfamiliar with the territory. This building here seemed to be the best high ground in the area, so I took what I had. With a minute 45 left, things get really interesting. I spot a guy to the right of the Exfil chopper, and then a second team rolls up to the left side of the chopper. I chose to play this very cautiously, considering I had 115k on me, and I wanted to see if there were two teams that were going to fight it out, if they're going to be friendly. We're just chilling up here, trying not to be seen, doing some poor man's parkour, when all of a sudden Buddy on the left decides to push the chopper a little early, but works out great in my favor because they get engaged by the other team that was on the right side of the chopper. Bear witness to one of the luckiest sequences I've had in DMZ. Would not recommend pushing your own cluster strike, but I managed to get it down with the cluster, and then as soon as I turned into the helicopter, these CDL sweats had cleared out the team that was on the left side, and I just had one of them to clear out, and they were holding cash, thank the Lord. I would like to go back and attempt this mission using PvE methods only, but this seems to be the best method even as a 3-stack. I appreciate you guys watching, and keep an eye out on the front windshield for those campers.